Hey everyone, my name's Leo. Welcome back. For some of you, this may be your first video. I do have a channel intro so that y'all kind of know what I'm going for on my channel. So if you want to watch that first, go ahead and check out my channel. It'll be right there. This is technically my first video. It's going to be my first tutorial. Super excited. Judging by the title, you know that this is going to be a tutorial about what I try to do typically on a day-to-day basis. I really do change up my makeup every single day. Not gonna lie, I really don't do the same look twice. The only thing that I do basically every day for my makeup for when I go to work is foundation. You know, I've got my base going. I always have eyeliner. Always. It's been my thing since high school, and I'm not letting go of eyeliner, guys. It's never going away. This look is going to be featuring the Anastasia Riviera palette. What I did before doing this makeup look is something that I do every single time, and I want to stress to everyone: before you do makeup, no matter how long or how not so long you're going to wear it, please take care of your skin first. Because ever since I started adopting a skincare routine that I do on the daily, I don't skip. Like, my skin has looked better than it ever has. Typically, people say that your skin is gonna look its best when you're in high school or whatever, and yeah, no, my skin looks better now than when it did when I was that age. My skin definitely is so much better. Like, I even walk out of the house, you know, on weekends and stuff without putting on makeup, and I feel completely and totally fine because I know I'm cute, and I know that I have taken good care of my skin for the past 3 years, and it's really shown. I wish I had pictures of high school so I could show you, because my skin, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't what it could have been. But anyways, I digress. I washed my face. I toned. Sometimes I use a day serum, sometimes I don't. My favorite right now is the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. I got turned on to it by a really awesome lady who works at my local Sephora. Her name is Connie. Shout out to you, Connie. You're awesome. You're one of my faves. Connie, Stacy, love you too. Sometimes, depending on, you know, how my skin is feeling, I'll follow up with a moisturizer. I prefer to use primers because I always use primer. Always. If I'm not going to use a primer, then I make sure that my moisturizer is day appropriate, meaning it's not too thick and it doesn't feel heavy on my face, but it leaves a tacky sort of not residue, that's gross, but it leaves a tacky feeling on the skin so that, you know, my makeup kind of sticks to it. But definitely products like this, which is, oh, that is super bright, which is the Hangover RX from Too Faced. Love this guy. You know, it really, for me anyways, it really does what it says it's supposed to do, which is it's gonna moisturize your face. It's several things in one. It's gonna moisturize your face and prime it for makeup. So we're just gonna go ahead and apply. Even though I put moisturizer on today, like, my skin already feels better after using this. So alrighty, and my lips always need TLC. I like to put my primer on my lips just for like a little added moisture. I like to go in with my Bite Beauty Agave lip balm. I love this thing, you guys. Like, I haven't used anything else for the past like 2 years. This is my 4th one. Yeah, I bought too many of these. I'm all primed and ready to go. Something that I suggest that y'all do is to do your eyes first, because especially, like, let's say you just bought this, and even though you've seen reviews, you know, your technique is different for how you do your eyeshadow, and so you don't know if it's gonna give you fallout and all that stuff. Easy, no problem, just do your eyes first. And by eyes first, I actually start with brows. I know lots of beauty YouTubers typically skip their brow routine, but since I'm brand new and y'all don't know how I do my brows, we're just gonna do it today. You know, it might take a hot second because I do kind of take a bit of time on my brows. And I just get my cute little Sailor Moon spoolie. Oh my God. Such an awesome gift. Thank you, Mom. All right, but I'm just gonna get these, and you're probably wondering, dude, what did you do with your brows? And to that, I have to say, I am lazy as heck when it comes to drawing my brows. So I know it probably sounds counterproductive, but I just like get rid of my tails with like a little straight razor or whatever, because it just helps me draw them better. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's really what it takes for me to be able to get my tail straight. I have to remove my real ones. We're gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I just feel so bougie every time I say their name. But we're just gonna go in her pomade in the shade Ebony. I've had this particular pot, this is my third one. I've had this particular pot for over a year now. Now, if you notice when I'm doing my brows that they look more like cousins than twins, I am so sorry about that. I've been doing my makeup since, I wanna say 8th grade, when my mom allowed me to buy eyeliner and nothing else. Well, really not allowed me because she had the money. She bought it for me, so yeah, just eyeliner. And I didn't start doing face until, oh my goodness, 9th grade. And then it was only like, I remember it to this day. My mom and I went into a MAC store and she bought me like $200 worth of products. I think it was either 200 or 150, but still that is a lot of money to spend on a teenager who knows nothing about makeup and she's learning the ropes. And she should have got me something cheaper, but because that just started the addiction to really great quality products, I was in love. And she got me, it wasn't liquid foundation, it was the powder foundation. And oh my God, did that mattify my skin, which was not good because I would just keep packing it on and packing it on, thinking that I was looking so flawless, and when really, you know, it just caked up on me because I didn't know how to do makeup. I didn't know what I was doing. So anyways, speaking of brows, I see lots of people struggle with brows, and no, I'm not the queen of brows, but you see how quick and easy this is going. It would go faster if I would shut up and actually finish, but I don't even have to use a lot on this brush. I just, you know, dab it in, take a teeny little bit, and I start in the center because that is where my brows are naturally the most pigmented, and then I blend out using the excess product to the tail and to the front. For the front part, because I like that faded look, not as pigmented up front. I think some people lovingly call that drag brows. Whatever, drag queens are fierce. End of story. I just like to take the flat edge of it where it has the least amount of product, and I just kind of blend. This is actually, for me, the hardest part, making this look realistic up here. All right, and we're done. That's as good as she's gonna get. My right brow, because I always start with her, is like the best, and then my left brow, ooh, she is my struggle brow. Like, look at this, I got a little hair sticking out. She does not want to cooperate. She never does. So what I like to do is I like to just draw across, not literally. Okay, so this is where we want her to start. Like I said, left brow is the struggle brow because look at how she's naturally shaped, and it's naturally, the hairs, the way that they grow are naturally placed higher than my other one. And I mean, like, I don't even fix my brows on the daily. I typically just draw what's there and, you know, what's not, my tails, and just, you know, go on about my day, and literally no one says anything about my brows. But I feel it there, the lack of unity between them. They're having a lifelong feud. They'll never be best friends. We're gonna clean it up anyways. Oh yeah, she's definitely struggling today. And it's because of that bottom, but we're not even gonna start over. We don't need to, because I actually like how they're almost, wow, they're basically aligned at the top. It's always the top that's never aligned for me. And I think I just made a miracle happen. So we're not gonna worry about that wonky bottom too much because that is an easy fix. Now, moving on to the rest of the brow situation, I'm gonna clean it up with my favorite concealer. This has been my favorite concealer for the past 6 months. I bought this one. I'm already on my second bottle, which is a first. I never repurchase concealer. I have gone through at least 10 different types of concealer, never repurchased one. This is the only one I've ever repurchased, and for good reason. This is so creamy and like luminous, but not in a ew, is that grease on your face sort of thing, because I work fast food. Yeah, this is great. This is the Too Faced Born This Way. This is a mouthful, y'all. Multi-use sculpting concealer, and I have her in the shade Butterscotch. Y'all need to pick a cuter name for this girl because she's fine. Like, okay. So what I like to do is I don't like to go in with a lot of product for anything. It just looks better and more natural the less that you use. You can always add more. So I don't even go scooping around for more product. I just pull it out as is, and I'm basically at the end of her, but I'm gonna take the stopper out eventually and just get the rest of it out. But I don't even line this up all the way to where I want to clean up, and you'll see why. I like to take a very precise brush and take like blend the product up to the line, going in with another of these cute little Sailor Moon brushes. Because this eyebrow is the one that I really want to emulate on the other side, we're going to clean up this one first so that we know exactly where I need to place the concealer. Ooh, I think I went outside the line. And you see, like that, I promise you, that was not a lot of product. I did not have to go back in. I used a tiny little bit. I like that this is nice and luminous and dewy because it doesn't set like Tarte Shape Tape does. Because like, honestly, I have to work with the Shape Tape immediately after I lay it down. And that's not the most fun thing to do. Like, especially if I feel like I have enough time to take my time on my makeup. I'm not gonna sit there trying to rush to blend my stuff. Like, that's not fun. Like, I don't want to be stressed out doing my makeup. My makeup is supposed to be like, it's really therapeutic for me. Like, if I wake up and I know that I am just not in the mood for anything that day, what I look forward to is my makeup. If anyone tells you that you need to spend a lot of money on quality makeup brushes, like for me, detail brushes such as this, like, you know, I got this as a gift from my mom, and she found these on Amazon, and they're super cute. They've lasted me almost 2 years. Like, come on, man. Yay, we're good to go. Oh my God, guys, they're finally even for a video. Hallelujah. Okay, now I'm going to grab just a little bit more of the concealer. I don't even know why I brought my second bottle. Like, I still haven't even opened it. I just kind of carry it around with me wherever I do my makeup, just like in case, but still going strong. I've had this since August, still going. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit more onto my eyelids so that we can get on to the fun part. My favorite part of doing my makeup is always my eyeshadow. I have been in love with eyeshadow ever since I first saw makeup, ever since I first figured out what this magical stuff was. And by magical stuff, I mean, yes, I was insecure when I was younger and I thought I needed it, but I really don't believe that I need it, like, period. But it's just, I like it because I'm an artist and it's a form of self-expression. On days where I feel like I don't even have the energy to draw, which is crazy. Like, I have the energy to paint my face, but not draw. Whatever, drawing's complicated, okay? What I like to do is I like to set a base color so, you know, I don't have this color peeking through if I don't feel like it. So in the Riviera palette, I'm going to take the shades. Guys, I'm so sorry if this is awkward. This is my first one. Please forgive me. I'll get good. I promise I'll get good. So we're gonna take Sails. Oh, I can't remember this. Sails, Estate, and Coastline. We're just gonna, I don't need to see me. Sorry, y'all. We're just gonna take these three and we're gonna move on with that. All right, so Sails, Estate, and Coastline, I'm gonna dip into each one. And I don't ever tap off the excess. I don't know why. It's just not a thing that I do. But anyways, I'm going to pat it like it's a friend and it's had a bad day and it just needs a friendly pat. And boom, there we go. I know it looks like nothing right now, but I don't know. It's a bit warmer than this yellow tint because I really wasn't trying to go for the yellow. All right, and so for the Riviera palette, my plan is to do something like quick, easy. Aside from the fluffy brush, that I initially use, I only use 3 brushes every single day for my makeup. I always go in with a transition color in the crease. Always, always. I don't care what kind of look I'm doing. It's just sort of like a foundation, if you will. So I'm going to go into the shade Monte Carlo, this beautiful pink. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this shade. I'm gonna dip into her quite a few times, see how much product I have on the brush. We're gonna go tap, tap, tap into the crease to apply the color, even onto the outer corner, because I typically put deeper colors on top of this, and so that's the point of a transition shade. So you're not going in with straight black and then it's hard to blend out and it doesn't look as natural. Like, you don't get that beautiful diffused gradient going on. It's just gorgeous and it looks so much more natural. I used to think that pink would look so crazy on me, and I'm just like, girl, bye. It's one of my favorite colors, use it. And now we're gonna go into windshield wiper motions, just going back and forth, left and right. And I'm not using a lot of pressure for anything really. If I use more pressure, I'll let you know, but this is like the softest kiss of pressure on my eyelids. So there goes my transition shade. I love how beautifully it is built up on both sides. I don't deal with any patchiness, which is another reason why I love using the concealer, because it just grabs. You know, I used to use the Urban Decay primer potion, and yeah, it did absolutely make my, like, I saw a difference with the longevity of my eye makeup, but my only gripe was that it didn't give me any like color coverage. And so, you know, when I use concealer that is the same color as my skin tone, but just a little bit brighter, it really helps my eye makeup to pop. I think I'll keep this base color like this. I really like that. It just looks really fresh to me. I'm gonna go into the arguably the deepest shade in here, which is Palm. It's this beautiful, like, you look like Hershey's chocolate brown. And I'm just gonna dip a little bit into her because I really need some more precise control. And we're just gonna put that directly into the outer corner. Even though this is a different brush, I typically use the same application for the outer corner color to deepen it up. I'm actually blending it using patting motions, because the thing is, like, if you are really gentle with darker colors like this, they tend to not go as like sort of gray so fast, because the more pressure you use with a deeper color, it's gonna look more intense. And I don't want it to look intense. I just want my outer corners to look defined. It's gonna be a little bit fun. And I'm gonna go back in with the, I didn't even mention, these are the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe eye brush set. All right, this is this like fluffy crease brush. And I'm gonna go into Bahamas. Yes, I am, I'm taking it there because it looks so pretty. I've done this look, I think like one other time, and I had so much fun doing it. It looks so cute. And I'm just gonna tap that right over that darkness that I just did. Like, look how much, like, it's really not touching my skin. Now we're gonna go into my favorite eyeliner ever. This girl is $20, but she's so worth it. The way I do my liner, I do it one of several ways. Usually what I do is I just try my best to draw the straightest line I can using short, soft strokes. And I follow the natural line of my eye. And yes, we're gonna do a wing liner because I do wing liner every day. I'm gonna take it all the way into that inner corner, so it looks like one long uninterrupted line. And the tricky part is making it even, right? Because, you know, your eyes are sisters, not twins. And I think I like where that has gone. Pulling the wing up, we are going to continue this. And I know you're thinking, no, dude, don't go there, you're going down. Watch. All right, I like to connect it to the end of where my eye like creases right there. And now we're going to draw as if we're trying to connect to the tail of our brow. What am I, multiple people? I don't know. All right, so we're just gonna draw it going straight out like that. And boom, connect. Yes, Lord, we've made a connection. All right, and we're gonna go pull that up. Same on each side. Love it. Equality, but for your eyes. Eyeliner takes practice. I've been doing eyeliner since, like I said, eyeliner was the first thing. But what kills me is that, you know, I really didn't know what I was doing with liner, and so I would try to do winged liner with, I remember the first liner my mom ever bought me was those Avon, what are those, like glimmer sticks? Yes, the glimmer sticks eyeliners from Avon. My mom, she still uses them, and so that was my go-to. That was my only piece of makeup for the longest time, and I would try my best to do wing liner with those crayons. Oh man, it was a time, y'all. And then I started doing the raccoon liner because I tried to be that edgy scene kid in high school. Yeah, I was so not cute in high school. I'm much better now. Way less edgy and moody. This liner, the way that it performs, like no matter how many layers you put on it, it doesn't get tight. It doesn't get bunchy. And like Riri knew what she was doing with this. And sometimes I'll do a trick and I'll take the edge of my nail and just kind of like bring it out even more. It looks even more natural. Oh, wow, natural. Big, bold wing liner, so natural. But you know what I mean, it looks more blended. Eyes are done, basically. Because I use setting spray, I always do my mascara last. Specifically this mascara because it's my favorite mascara, so we're not going to worry about that right now. I do my mascara right after setting spray because typically what it does, at least for me, is that once it gets into contact with any, and it's been any setting spray, so once it gets into contact with that setting spray, it kind of bleeds on me, but it performs perfectly when I apply it after setting spray. So that's just kind of my tip for y'all. I don't know if y'all have that problem, but I definitely do. I love this velvet sponge. I love the Beauty Blender, and I prefer it over using a foundation brush, specifically because I'm really busy. I spend a lot of time at work, and then when I get home, I just want to decompress. I don't really want to do a lot of brush cleaning when I get home. Guilty. So that's why I gravitate towards sponges, but also because really their performance is great. For me, especially because of my cleaning situation, they last longer than brushes. Oh my God, don't judge me, y'all. I'm sorry. I can get super lazy sometimes. All right, now remember what I was saying about foundation and just matte products in general, how I really can't stand how they perform on my skin. This one is just, it surprised me when I used it. The Fenty Beauty ProFilt'r foundation, soft matte, all that stuff. You know who she is. I always shake her up before I use her. And I'm in the color 370, which y'all are probably thinking, girl, how? I match it to my chest. And even still in the bottle, compared to my chest with this lighting, you're probably thinking, girl, how? Watch, you'll see. And with this sponge though, I never apply the foundation directly to the sponge. I don't know why, I just don't. What I do is, the reason why it's so gnarly is because I apply directly onto my skin in just whatever little zigzag motions. And I didn't even use a full pump. Like, I'm just kind of like squeezing it out, kind of like going like this on my areas that I want to cover the most. I don't put nearly as much on my nose or my forehead. All right, and we are gonna go in. Wow, I look like Picasso's masterpiece. All right, and I start in the center of my face. And I start with very little product because you can always add more. You cannot always, well, not always, not ever. You cannot ever go and remove too much product. I mean, except you can by using a makeup wipe, and then you have to start all over. Alrighty, but I don't even, like, I really don't put a lot of foundation on, y'all. Like, this is typically it. especially on my forehead. Like my forehead is just, for me, is kind of whatever, because I like my freckles that are on my forehead, or whatever they are, beauty marks, whatever. And definitely one of the ways to get the best coverage with any foundation, especially when you're using a sponge, is to just pat. And I just need to put a little bit more. All right, and so I'm just gonna pat a little bit faster because, like I said, with, you know, these matte products, yes, unfortunately, you do have to work faster because they do dry on you. And sometimes I take it onto the side of my face, sometimes I don't. I just think it's crazy how I'm not even using a full pump if I think about it. Like, no wonder this has lasted me so long. I think, when did I buy this? I bought this before, like way before my brother announced he was going into the army. Oh my God, I have to say like June of last year? Oh wow, Fenty, work. And I've used it almost every day. Like, oh no, don't get in my hair. Oh no, that would be a disaster. And on the sides, like, my only exception for how I apply makeup is also for the sides of my face, because they're my problem area. I have a lot of grayness because I do grow hair there, and I used to get bullied for it, and now I just really don't give a crap. Like, I've gotten bullied so much that at some point you just kind of stop hearing what they say. At least for me, I just kind of stopped hearing what people had to say, especially when my dad was like, his reaction to when I came home crying on the bus. I was in 6th grade. I came home from the bus from school crying because, you know, a group of boys had seen my like facial hair on my sides and made fun of me, and they were like, dang, you have more facial hair than a 15-year-old. My dad's reaction to people making fun of me for having facial hair, like sideburns, basically, we're gonna call them what they are, they're sideburns, was to shave it off. And him being, you know, a man who had to learn how to shave basically by himself, at least I'm assuming, because, you know, now that I'm older and I've been able to do research on, you know, self-care and grooming and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now that you are not supposed to shave against the grain. And that's what messed me up. And so he shaved against the grain, and ever since then I started doing it like that. I stopped doing it like that. I lied. I never stopped doing it like that. I still get rid of my hair that way because it really is the only way that I can get rid of it for a long time. And so yeah, I'm just gonna have that problem until I get like laser hair removal or something. Oh, I'm repping my Sailor Moon pride because this is my favorite Sailor Scout ever. You can't tell me nothing. Sailor Saturn is the best. And that's all because if you haven't seen Sailor Moon, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. She's the best. Okay, so now we're going to go into some concealer. And I typically don't put concealer underneath my eyes. I rock my eye bags. Yeah, your girl rocks your eye bags. Now, this is when I start to get a little crazy and get as much product as I can. But today we're gonna keep it, you know, light and fresh, and we're just gonna put a little bit. This is a little bit. Hi, Mom. The same for the concealer. We're just going to tap to blend. I put where I need the most coverage, like there, and then I blend outwards so that it doesn't look super. The sides of my mouth. It really, when I do this, I love how it looks because it makes me look so doll-like, and I love that look, that fresh kind of like, what? Smiling? What's that? I don't have smile lines. They don't exist. I don't always use cream contour, and in fact, I used to hate it until Fenty came out with the matchsticks. And I know it looks like a lot, but this thing blends like butter. It's like, I mean, it's honestly as if it's magic. No, I'm kidding. That's dramatic. But you see how easily that blends out? I'm just tapping it and going back and forth to diffuse the color. Boom, it's almost like I didn't put anything on, but I did. And it's a very subtle effect. Actually, let me check if there's any creasing. This is one of the reasons why I typically don't put concealer underneath my eyes, is because while on my smile lines it doesn't crease, underneath my eyes, I'm human, guys. And no matter what I do, I cannot stop the creasing from happening. And you know what? I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it. Not really, which is why I kind of avoid it. I'm definitely gonna recommend the, my goodness, the names of this stuff is so long. I'm sorry, Fenty, but it's so long. This is the Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Honey. I tap some out onto the hot part of it. Sometimes I go in, I think I'm just gonna go in today with the backside of my new sponge and set underneath the eyes like this. And for me, as far as under eye is concerned, I really don't care either way about what powder I put under there, because like I said, it always turns out the same. I always get the creasing. It's kind of whatever at this point. And then the rest of it, I'm gonna go in with my powder brush. This is my favorite one. It's really my only one because I got it forever ago and I just really need to use it until it's dead. I'm gonna go ahead and already, I don't bake. My under eyes are too crepey for that, if that is the correct term. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't bake. I'm gonna avoid the part that I contoured because this does have some pigment and I don't want to disrupt what I built right there. I will go in with something else. You'll see it in a second, but I take a little bit. At this point, everything looks like a lot of it because it's so pigmented, but this is a little bit of product. And because again, the more product you use, the cakier it's going to look. Real time, real tea. I work fast food. I've said this a million times that I work fast food, so I know what's gonna stick on your skin. And I've had grease land on my face. Super not fun because it was hot grease. Anyways, I've had grease land on my face. I've had water get splashed in me when I was trying to use a hose a couple times. I'm probably everyone's favorite joke at work because I'm so clumsy and stuff like always happens to me. As far as makeup is concerned, like, she don't go nowhere. Even if I'm sweating up a storm, I play that game of, is this sweat on my face or is it my highlighter being extra bomb today? Slept on this for the longest time, the Anastasia contour kit. I'm using the shade Tan to Deep. I'm going to grab another one of my Sephora brushes. I probably didn't mention that that powder brush is a Sephora brush. All right, and I'm a little bit extra because I'll take like the top 3 shades and mix them together because I'm always afraid of my contour powder being too red or too deep. And I'm just going to lightly swish and blend that like automatically onto my face. You don't want to bring it too far down low because then it defeats the purpose. So I am going to have to clean this up, but it defeats the purpose of contouring because it makes your face, it doesn't lift your face the way that it's supposed to. And I don't want to bring it too high either, because then that's going to disrupt where I put my blush. If I use blush that day, because the contour colors are already so warm on my skin that it's just kind of, sometimes blush is overkill. And I'm gonna go back in with my sponge and clean up because there is a little bit of product left over from the powder when I used it on the under eye. That's another thing that I love about sponges. It's like the product still sits there. All right, and I like that. That looks a lot better. Today I will be going into blush, and I love NARS blushes. Oh my goodness, I only have one other one aside from a palette that's a single blush, and it's called Sin. This one is Torrid, and it's super cute. It's this beautiful corally. It's got a little bit of gold shimmer in it. And I just dip my brush in it like a lot, back and forth swipes, and I gently apply just a little bit above where I applied my contour. Yeah, that's enough. Like, I don't like looking like I have too much blush on because the way that my skin tone is, it's very hard to match, and it's also very hard to get a nice good blush color going on that looks natural. And NARS blushes are really pigmented, and it's very easy to go heavy-handed. Next is another one of my favorite parts, which is highlighter. Highlighter just really brings the life back into your face, besides, of course, blush and contour. A trick that I like to do that is extra is to use a liquid highlighter first. I don't do this all the time. This is when I really want to look super glowy. And this is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade, I really want to say, yeah, it's Candlelight. All right, and I just do like 3 dots. Take my highlighter brush. This is from Anastasia. And I just sweep it back and forth. And I mean, she is glowing, like already. Oof. But then we're really gonna take it there with another highlighter on top because I love doing that. I prefer to blend my highlighter upwards closer to my eyes than downwards, because when you drag it down, it looks like you just have a lot of glowy stuff on your face instead of focusing it on a spot, you know, like, if that makes sense. Now we're gonna go into the NARS loose powder, and because it's been thrown in my makeup bag a million times, there's some product on the top. Like, I'm serious, guys, this is how little product I use. I just took all that product that's on the top. Now I tap off because it's highlighter, and I already have like a highlighter base going on. All right, and now we're gonna go right on the very top of that. And I love, love, love the color of this. Like, this looks good on everyone. Like, oh my goodness, it's just so, it's the perfect, I don't even know how they did it. It's the perfect tone of not too pink, not too gold, not too cool, not too warm. It's just, it looks so good. It looks like it's your actual skin glowing. Maybe not so much right now because it's like bam. But I love bam highlighters. Now that that is done, I am gonna go back in, and you know what, I'll go ahead and use the brow blade, ink stain side, and I'm gonna go in and kind of like redefine the tails of my brows, because I feel like when I applied my powder, they got a little bit lost, and I need to bring them back to reality. Reality check, sisters, we are here. And I am gonna go ahead and redraw my little mole right there. Now that that is done, we're gonna go back in with the eyeliner because she did get a little bit muffled. We're gonna go back over this part and we're gonna redefine this. And now we're gonna go in with setting spray. This setting spray, I'm so surprised that I don't see anyone talking about this. Like, I've gone through several different setting sprays. This one by Cover FX is the high performance setting spray. I wouldn't have looked twice at it, but again, like, sometimes you really get good recommendations out of Sephora. There was another associate that recommended this to me, and it just, my face is not even looking too powdery at all. It looks really good, but it just brings it to another level. So my only complaint is that the spritzer is a little bit like awkward. Like, I don't know if you can even see that. I hope you can, but it is fine, but I feel it on my face that there's like one little edge of it that like squirts out too much. So I hope that they do fix that. And this is my second bottle. So whenever, I don't typically repurchase makeup unless it's really, really good. So I repurchased this one. It's just so good. Whatever's in here, it just really like refreshes and get rid of that. While that is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara on. I usually don't wear false lashes because I have this guy. And whenever I wear it, there's one of my coworkers that she asked me, "Are you wearing falsies?" And I was just like, "No, I'm just wearing mascara." And ever since then, I'm just like, yeah, I got it. And what's crazy is that this is not the waterproof version, obviously, but whenever I get splashed in the face with water or even grease at work, this doesn't go anywhere. Oh, look at my lashes. They're so cute. Who needs falsies with this? Like, oh my God. I mean, I would to be a little bit extra, but nah, it really doesn't need it. It's so simple. It's so cute. I haven't done this lipstick color with this combination before. Like I said, you guys, I really don't repeat makeup looks. I just like to keep it, you know, I like to mix it up that way because who doesn't want options? So I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia matte lipstick in the color Rogue. Ooh, I don't know if I like this with it. We'll see. If not, I can always go over it. I always make lipstick cocktails anyways. I mean, I guess I like it. I wish it was a little bit lighter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this Smashbox. I hate that this was limited edition because this is so cute. This is the Smashbox and Vlada Always On liquid lipstick in the color Petal Metal. And I'm basically almost out of it. I can't find it anywhere else. I think it's gone. Yeah, I like that much better. Yes. It almost matches my, yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, this is a savior. Like whenever I feel like my lipstick is too dark and it's within the same color family, yes. Mwah. Thank you, Smashbox. Please make this permanent. All right, guys, and so that completes today's look. Yes, I just love, like, my skin looks so juicy and soft. My skin actually really is soft, so I'm definitely gonna do, whether you ask for it or not, I'm gonna do that skincare thing because I have to tell y'all about some products that really just, yes, like really just gave my skin a turnaround. But yeah, we're just gonna go in and smile a lot because I love how this looks like this, and this is an everyday thing. And you know, if I like, I'm sorry I'm stuttering. I'm just so excited because I love how this looks. It is so soft and blended, and well, highlighter soft, sure, and then under the lights it does look a little bit more intense, the highlighter, but like in real life daytime, I get so many compliments, and y'all are so cute. Like y'all will get compliments using this stuff too, like, oh my god, and then not have to worry about it sliding off your face within 2 hours. Oh girl, no, nobody has time for that. I need to stop looking at myself. This is too cute. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy, and I can't wait to do the next one. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to get into the next one. See y'all later.